Imagine this. It's a quiet morning. The house is still. You put the kettle on, maybe switch on the radio or the morning news, reach for the frying pan and crack a couple of eggs, maybe scrambled, maybe fried, maybe in a quick omelet, just like you've done for years. It feels safe, familiar, and even healthy. Eggs are good for you, you've heard. Good protein. Good for breakfast. But lately you notice something. Your energy seems to dip more quickly. You feel heavy after breakfast instead of energized. Your joints feel a little stiffer when you get up from your chair. That short walk to the corner shop or down the driveway feels harder. At your last checkup, your doctor or nurse mentioned that your cholesterol or blood pressure is creeping up. Again, maybe they raised an eyebrow at your blood sugar numbers. And you quietly wonder, am I doing something wrong with my food? Aren't eggs supposed to be good for me? Is breakfast secretly working against me? Here's the thing. In most cases, the problem is not the egg itself. Eggs can be beneficial. They're rich in protein to support muscles, B vitamins for energy, and choline, which is essential for brain health and memory. The real issue is how many seniors cook them, what they eat with them, and how often they rely on them without balancing the rest of the meal. After the age of 60, small dietary mistakes can have significant consequences. They can quietly affect your arteries, circulation, memory, weight, and even your sense of balance and stability. These things all link to one significant word: independence, your ability to move, live in your own home, climb your own stairs, and enjoy time with your family without worrying about every step. The good news? You absolutely do not have to give up eggs. With a few simple adjustments, you can continue to enjoy them while protecting your heart, joints, and brain. Stay with me until the end, and as you listen, gently ask yourself, which of these mistakes am I making? Then please share your story in the comments. I do read them, and your experience may help another senior who feels the same. And remember, this video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your doctor or dietitian before making significant changes, especially if you have heart disease, diabetes, or high cholesterol. Let's start with egg mistake number 1. Mistake number 1, overcooking your eggs. Here's where many older adults go wrong without realizing it. They cook their eggs until they're scorched, rubbery, or browned. You might think, well, that's how I've always done it. I want them fully cooked, so I just leave them on the pan a bit longer. Maybe you even like that crispy edge on a fried egg or the dark layer at the bottom of an omelet. But here's what's happening behind the scenes. When eggs are cooked at very high heat or for too long, the fats and cholesterol inside can become more oxidized. In simple terms, that means the fats are a bit more damaged by heat and oxygen. That kind of fat is less friendly to your arteries, especially as the blood vessels naturally stiffen with age. At the same time, the proteins in the egg, white and yolk, undergo more significant changes in shape at high temperatures. Those very browned, almost burnt bits are a sign of intense chemical reactions happening on the surface. Your body can still handle them, but it's extra cleanup work for your system every morning. Think about the difference between a soft, creamy scrambled egg that slides gently off the fork and a dehydrated browned egg that almost squeaks when you cut it. That extra browning, that dark crust on the bottom, is a sign that you've pushed the heat a little too far. It might taste toasty, but your arteries don't enjoy it as much as you do. Gentler cooking is much kinder to your body, especially after the age of 60. When you poach, soft boil, or scramble on low heat, you keep more of the natural structure of the egg. Make the protein easier to digest, which is helpful if you sometimes feel bloated, gassy, or heavy after breakfast. Reduce the amount of stressed fat that your arteries and liver have to deal with. Here are some practical ideas you can start tomorrow morning. Turn down the heat. Instead of blasting the pan on high, preheat it gently on low or medium. Give it a moment, then add a small amount of oil and your eggs. Slow scrambled eggs. Scramble your eggs slowly, stirring often. Remove them from the heat while they're still soft and slightly shiny. They will continue cooking on the plate. Soft scrambled eggs are not raw. They're just gentler on your body. Soft boiled solution. Place eggs in gently boiling water for 6 to 7 minutes, then cool them under cold water. The yolk stays soft, the white is cooked, and it's very easy to eat, especially if you sometimes struggle with chewing or swallowing. Gentle omelet. If you love omelets, cook them on a lower heat and fold them gently. Avoid turning them into a brown, crusty pancake. Picture this breakfast: 2 soft-boiled eggs in an egg cup, a slice of whole-grain toast, and a few slices of tomato or avocado. It's gentle on your gut, kinder to your arteries, and keeps you full for hours. You don't have to become a chef. A slight adjustment, Simply turning the stove down and taking the eggs off the heat a little earlier can lower the stress load on your body day after day. By the way, if this kind of practical, simple guidance is helpful so far, please go ahead and tap the like button and subscribe. It tells YouTube to show this to more seniors who want to stay strong and independent after 60. Now let's move on to egg mistake number 2, and this is where many people unknowingly hurt their heart health. Mistake number 2, pairing eggs with the wrong foods. Eggs on their own are not usually the villain. It's what we put next to them on the plate that often causes trouble. Think about a typical breakfast in many American, British, or Australian homes. Eggs plus bacon or sausages, white toast thickly buttered, perhaps fried hash browns or potato cakes, all cooked in a generous amount of fat, accompanied by a side of sugary orange juice or sweet tea. This plate is heavy in saturated fat from processed meats and butter, salt from bacon, sausages, and spreads, refined carbs from white bread and fried potatoes. All of these, in large amounts, can work against your heart, your blood pressure, your joints, and even your brain. Over time, this type of breakfast can contribute to inflammation in the body. Inflammation is like a slow, internal irritation that touches many systems. It can roughen up the inside lining of your arteries. It can make joint pain worse. It can increase fatigue and brain fog. You might not feel it immediately. However, day after day, year after year, this pattern can lead to increased stiffness, worsened blood pressure, weight gain, and excessive fatigue. The decisive shift comes when you keep the eggs, but change the company they keep. You don't have to abandon your favorite breakfast. You just have to give it better friends. Here's how to build a smarter plate. 1. Add color with vegetables. Include vegetables such as spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes, onions, or bell peppers. You can sauté them briefly in a pan before adding your eggs. Roast a tray of vegetables once and reheat small portions during the week, or serve them fresh on the side as a simple salad. Vegetables bring antioxidants that protect your cells, fiber that supports digestion, and potassium that helps your blood pressure. 2. Change the bread. Swap white toast for whole grain bread or a small portion of oats on the side. Whole grains release energy more slowly, help stabilize blood sugar, keep you fuller for longer, which can reduce mid-morning crashes and cravings for biscuits or sweets. 3. Rethink the meat. Instead of processed sausages or bacon most days, choose options like a small piece of smoked salmon, some leftover grilled chicken, a spoonful of beans or lentils, a handful of unsalted nuts. These give you healthy fats and extra protein without the same level of sodium, preservatives, and saturated fat. 4. Watch hidden extras. Ketchup, sugary sauces, and large glasses of fruit juice can quietly add a lot of sugar and salt. Instead, try a few slices of fresh fruit, a small serving of berries, a sprinkle of herbs, or a squeeze of lemon on your eggs and vegetables instead of salty sauces. Imagine this updated plate, a vegetable omelet with spinach, mushrooms, and tomatoes, 1 slice of whole grain toast, and a few slices of avocado or a small side salad. You still get the comfort of eggs, but now you're feeding your heart, your digestion, and your energy in a much better way. Here's the surprising part. Many seniors feel lighter, less bloated, and less sleepy mid-morning just from changing what they pair with eggs, not from removing eggs. You might notice you're less tempted to snack on biscuits at 10 a.m. or less likely to fall asleep in front of the TV after breakfast. If you've already spotted one mistake you're making, let me know in the comments. Which one hits closest to home so far? Is it the overcooking or the bacon and white toast on the side? Next, let's talk about how often you're eating eggs, because mistake number 3 catches many people off guard. Mistake number 3, eating too many eggs per week. Here's where it gets interesting. For many adults over 60, eggs have become the default protein, quick, easy, and familiar. 2 eggs every single morning doesn't sound like much. It feels safe and straightforward. But if you add that up, that's 14 whole eggs per week, and sometimes more if you also eat quiches or pies, egg sandwiches, mayonnaise-based salads, or shop-bought baked goods made with eggs. Now, everyone's body is different, and your doctor's advice always comes first. However, for many seniors, a more moderate intake, typically around 5 to 7 eggs per week, can strike a better balance between reaping the benefits and not overloading the system. Why does this matter? Eggs contain cholesterol, and while we now know that dietary cholesterol doesn't affect everyone in precisely the same way, certain people are more sensitive. Those with heart disease, diabetes, or very high LDL cholesterol may experience more significant changes in their blood tests when they consume excessive amounts of eggs. Some people can safely include more, Others need less. That's why it's essential to check your blood work regularly and discuss your egg intake openly with your doctor or dietitian. Think of eggs as one helpful tool in your toolbox, not the only one. Just like you wouldn't use a hammer for every job in the house, you don't want to rely on eggs as your only good protein source. Variety protects you. Here are some practical ways to moderate your intake without feeling deprived. 1. Mix whole eggs with egg whites. For example, 1 whole egg plus 2 egg whites gives you plenty of protein, less cholesterol, the same comforting egg flavor. 2. Rotate your breakfasts. Some ideas: egg days, soft-boiled eggs with whole grain toast and tomatoes. Yogurt days: Greek yogurt with berries, a sprinkle of oats, and a few nuts. Oat days: oatmeal topped with cinnamon, a small spoon of nut butter, and a side of cottage cheese. Bean days: baked beans on whole grain toast with sliced tomato, a classic in the UK and Australia. 3. Notice the hidden eggs. Quiches, pies, pastries, cakes, pancakes, and even some sauces and dressings can contain eggs. If you enjoy these regularly, count them in your weekly total. You could reduce the number of plain eggs at breakfast during those weeks. A simple habit is to ask yourself once a week, roughly, how many eggs did I eat? Not perfectly, just roughly. This awareness alone can gently nudge you into a healthier range without the need for strict dieting. If you're still with me at this point, you're clearly serious about your health. Take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. This video is part of our Health After 60 series, and you don't want to miss the upcoming episodes on sleep, joint comfort, and brain health. Now let's look at egg mistake number 4, something that has more to do with the pan than with the egg itself. Mistake. Number 4. Frying eggs in the wrong oils. Even if you cook your eggs gently and keep portions reasonable, one hidden danger can still sneak in: the type of fat you use in the pan. Many seniors cook their eggs in butter or bacon fat, margarine, or very cheap refined vegetable oils. The problem is not that you can never use these, but that when they're heated to high temperatures, they can break down and create compounds that are not friendly to your arteries or your joints. Combine that with age-related changes in blood vessels, which naturally become stiffer and more fragile, and you have a recipe for increased inflammation and greater strain on the heart. Butter and bacon fat also add extra saturated fat and salt. For someone over 60 who may already be managing blood pressure, cholesterol, or weight, this additional load can quietly push things in the wrong direction over time. Think of your arteries like flexible garden hoses. Over the years, they naturally lose some of their stretch. If you keep pouring thick, heavy fat through them at high heat day after day, you make their job that much harder. A simple switch in cooking fat can make the entire meal more supportive. Better options include extra virgin olive oil. Use a small amount over medium heat. It contains monounsaturated fats, which are considered more heart-friendly. Olive oil also contains beneficial plant compounds that may help support your blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Avocado oil. This oil tolerates higher heat and is also rich in healthier fats. It works well if you like to fry or make an omelet, especially if your pan tends to run hot. A light spray of oil in a non-stick pan. This keeps the amount of added fat very small, which is helpful if you're watching your weight or your cholesterol. No oil methods. Poaching, soft boiling, coddling, or steaming eggs. Avoid added fats altogether. A poached egg on top of steamed greens or whole grain toast can be both light and satisfying. Picture this. Instead of frying eggs in bacon grease until crispy, you poach 2 eggs in gently simmering water and serve them over a bed of sautéed spinach cooked in a teaspoon of olive oil. The same egg, but a completely different message for your heart and joints. One breakfast can increase inflammation, while the other can support your body's natural healing process. Over time, making this switch can support better cholesterol patterns, lower overall inflammation, easier weight management, and more comfortable joints and lighter legs. You may notice swollen ankles improve, breathing on stairs becomes easier, or your doctor smiles more when looking at your blood tests. Now, we've talked about how you cook your eggs, what you serve with them, how often you eat them, and what you cook them in. There's one more mistake, though, that is frequently overlooked, and it's about what's missing from the plate. Mistake number 5, skipping protein balance and fiber. Many seniors choose eggs because they're quick and they know protein is good. That part is absolutely true. After 60, getting enough protein is essential to protect your muscles, which in turn protect your balance, your walking speed, and your ability to get up from a chair safely. Strong muscles are like your built-in walking stick. They keep you steady when the ground is uneven, when you turn quickly, or when you climb stairs. But here's the trap. 2 eggs alone give you some protein, but often not enough to hit the ideal target for breakfast, and they usually bring very little fiber. Without enough protein, your muscles don't get what they need to repair and stay strong. You may lose muscle faster with age, which affects your balance and makes falls more likely. Without enough fiber, your blood sugar can rise and fall more quickly, leaving you tired or shaky. Your digestion can slow down, leading to constipation and discomfort. Your gut bacteria, which play a role in immunity and even mood, don't get the nourishment they need. A good breakfast goal for many seniors is around 20-25 grams of protein plus a decent amount of fiber. Eggs can be part of that, but they cannot carry the whole job on their own. Here's how to build a truly balanced egg-based breakfast. Protein ideas to add: a small bowl of Greek yogurt on the side, plain or with a few berries. Cottage cheese with a few slices of cucumber or cherry tomatoes. A spoonful of nut butter on your whole grain toast, peanut butter, almond butter, or other nut spreads. Half a cup of beans or lentils folded into your omelet or served on the side. A small serving of leftover grilled fish or chicken from last night's dinner. Fiber ideas to add: whole grain bread instead of white bread. Look for whole grain or whole meal on the label. A small serving of berries, half a sliced apple, or a kiwi. A side of lightly cooked vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, tomatoes, or zucchini, easy to add into an omelet. A sprinkle of chia seeds, ground flaxseed, or oats over yogurt or into a small fruit bowl. Imagine the impact over weeks and months. Stronger leg muscles, making stairs, curbs, and long walks easier. Better blood sugar control so you don't feel shaky, irritable, or exhausted mid-morning. More regular digestion, which often improves comfort, mood, and even sleep. A greater sense of stability and confidence when you walk, stand up, or turn suddenly in the kitchen or bathroom. You'll be surprised how easy this is once you get into the habit. It's not about perfect eating, it's about slightly smarter plates repeated day after day that quietly protect your independence and quality of life. If you're finding these ideas helpful, let me know in the comments which combination you want to try. Eggs with beans, eggs with yogurt, or eggs with extra veg and whole grains. Your idea might inspire someone else. Let's quickly bring it all together. If you love eggs, you don't have to stop eating them. Instead, focus on avoiding these 5 common mistakes. Don't overcook your eggs until they're dry and browned. Use gentle heat and softer textures to protect the fats and make digestion easier. Don't pair eggs with heavy processed meats and white bread every day. Add vegetables, whole grains, and healthier proteins instead to reduce inflammation and support your heart. Don't eat more eggs than your body and your doctor can comfortably handle. For many seniors, 5 to 7 eggs per week is a sensible range, but your personal situation may differ. Don't fry eggs in unhealthy fats all the time. Switch to olive oil, avocado oil, or poaching and boiling to ease the load on your arteries and joints. Don't let eggs be the only star on the plate. Add extra protein and fiber to support your muscles, your heart, your digestion, and your long-term independence. These may seem like small changes, but together they can make a real difference. Imagine yourself 6 months from now, walking more easily, feeling steadier on your feet, enjoying your morning without that heavy, sluggish feeling, and hearing your doctor say, "Your numbers are looking better." That future starts with tiny choices, even something as simple as how you cook your morning eggs and what you serve alongside them. If this video helped you, please take a moment to like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes in our Health After 60 series. It really does help this information reach more seniors who need it. Tell me in the comments, which egg mistake are you going to fix first? Are you going to change your cooking method, your side dishes, your oils, or how often you eat eggs? Your answer might encourage someone else who is watching today. And don't forget, in our next video, I'll be sharing 3 powerful secrets to better sleep after 65. Simple, practical steps you can start the very same night. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for spending this time to speak with me. Take good care of yourself, enjoy your breakfast a little more wisely, and I'll see you in the following video.